She swallowed it, and soon enough, her little diet friend had set up shop in her small intestine and began feeding on anything Darlene ate. It was a good deal. The fatter the tapeworm grew, the skinnier Darlene became.
I'm already down 4 dress sizes.
Darlene finally fit into a size 4 dress. Too bad she wore it at her funeral.
And now,
I had nothing to do with this.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. You blacked out. Well, next time you black out, it might be permanent.
A first-class dirt nap.
Free ride in the Pine Box Derby.
Yeah, you'll get be dead. Sorry, don't have it.
our feature presentation.
Especially good one today, Bean.
Hey, Allie, I saw you enjoying very much the 1,000 Ways to Die story about the woman who tried to lose weight with a tapeworm.
Yeah.
We were obsessed with that show. Kevin and I used to love that show. We used to talk about it all the time. We used to have the guys on all the time. And then one day we talked them into having us on the program being reenactors. Because, that's what they do is they take stories from the news and they reenact the people who die, who fall into a vat of boiling oil at work or something. And we were going to be the guys on the next season. Then the show got canceled.
Oh. Do you think it was because we were going to be
I
the guys?
don't. But I feel like we were so close to accomplishing a real achievement there, being on 1,000 Ways to Die. Like, we were so excited about dying.
Give us the shortest story. We don't care. Just let us die.
Right, exactly. Get attacked by a cheetah in my driveway, whatever it takes, I'd be happy to do. But it got canceled. The show got too expensive or something like that. But that was an awesome show. Remember how much we used to love that?
Too bad she had to wear it at her funeral.
I remember long before that episode aired. Remember, we had Dr. Drew on when I was convinced that a tapeworm diet was the way to go, and I wanted to have him on to talk about the medical advisability of it, and also to help me figure out how I could get a tapeworm.
I've Googled it.
I bet you have.
Absolutely.
I mean, in theory, it's a great idea. If you have something else inside of you that's eating all the stuff that you're eating.
And if you can watch it just in time that it's about to take over,
can I just
get it removed?
Can I just butt in and say,
Yeah,
are
sure.
you serious?
Dead serious.
Did you Googled it?
I did.
Because I didn't buy for a second that Bean was thinking about it.
I was totally
like you were thinking about heroin, same thing.
I think a lot of people, maybe ladies, have Googled, how do I get a tapeworm?
What?
Yeah.
And a lot of people have tried it, too, by the way.
What?
A lot of people have tried. The lady in that show is not the only one who went down by a tapeworm. I mean, that's a thing that happens. Every year there are stories about people trying the tapeworm diet.
It's the worst spell I've ever heard.
It didn't ring right.
That was kind of weak.
I hit it wrong.
Anyway, so good times. How was
all
everyone's? Yeah, so that's all that. How was everyone's last night? Kevin, you tried a little baseball last night.
I did.
What'd you think?
Well, I mean, I
watched, right?
I watched for about 20 minutes, and I was behind by about 15, so I could fast forward through the boring parts.
Mm-hmm. You mean the commercials?
Whatever.
Every second of the action was...
Whatever happened to be boring.
Okay.
And then I live tweeted it for about 8 minutes, and then I quit. Because here's the thing. It's baseball. And baseball's totally boring.
It was a very exciting game last night with some great pitching, some great hitting, some great feel. It had everything. It had legends of the game coming on. How often do you get a chance to see Willie Mays and Sandy Koufax and Hank Aaron on your TV?
Yeah.
Come on, that tugged at your heartstrings a little bit.
Well, I mean, I understand that they're important and they're historical figures. Legends. Okay, good. But if I don't like baseball, then what would make you think that would tug at my heartstrings?
Because it's freaking Sandy Koufax.
Right, but I'm saying I don't like the sport Sandy Koufax played.
Right, but you can appreciate what Sandy Koufax accomplished, though.
Right.
You can look at it and go, wow, I'm glad that old man is still alive and is getting this kind of love.
And looked great, too.
And looked fantastic, yeah.
Is he the one that threw out the first pitch from like
Fox.
6 feet away?
Oh,
Allie would swipe right on Sandy Koufax. Come on. It's like 85 years old or something.
I know. Honestly, I really don't know much about him. Bean, here's the thing.
Sandy Koufax?
I know his name. I know he's important. I don't care. My heart doesn't care because it's baseball. So whatever my head knows is irrelevant.
Let me ask you this. So you tune into the All-Star game. You're thinking, all right, everybody's yelling at me about
Fat
baseball.
Pete Rose. I love that.
Fat Pete Rose, who's turning into Chris Farley. But how about when Mike Trout hits a home run?
I love that.
First step at you go, that's how you start an All-Star game.
I love that because the announcer, first of all, I had to look it up. The announcer said something about Dostoevsky.
Famous Russian writer, yeah.
Okay, so Granky's is hard to read as Dostoevsky, or whatever the hell that guy's name is.
Dostoevsky,
and then Trout hits a home run the next pitch. I was like, wow, he's not that hard to read, apparently. The very next pitch.
That is actually very funny.
And I saw Ryan Seacrest commercial twice, which I loved.
Yeah.
Because
that was a lot.
Because it's called Knock Knock Live, and he was showing us how it worked.
Yeah.
In 2 different commercials. How does it work, this Knock Knock Live? Right. All I know is there's not a knock or a knock. There's a doorbell. Mm-hmm. That's BS, right? Yeah. It's called Knock. Knock is in the title of the show twice out of 3 words. He rings the doorbell.
Right.
So that's it. Then I was out. Saw a home run. Saw a pitch. Fantastic. Move on.
See, you had a pretty good All-Star Night experience.
Nope. It was not fun. I was shut up. Knock Knock Live. 2 out of 3. Why? I hate you, Chip.
Who are you talking to?
Stupid Chip.
What's Chip saying?
She's just laughing. Look, I don't know. It's impossible to tell because she and Allie have this little love connection where they're always laughing about something, and I'm uncertain enough of what I do that I'm like, oh, what did I do now? Shoot.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. All right. Is that how we're starting today's show?
No, I'll give you a story
to
start because I had to bump this yesterday for Pluto Talk, and I'm very excited about the story, and I think you will be as well. And that is a story out of Cirencester, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong, in England. It's near Bristol there. There was a traffic accident that has created international headlines. I don't know if you hear about the woman in the Mini Cooper who ran into the back of a truck? You hear about her?
No.
So it's slow. I'll tell it real quick. It's slow traffic, and all of a sudden she just, they're sitting there, waiting behind a light or something like that. And her car just lurches forward into the back of a seafood van owned by M&J Seafood, about which I will make no further jokes or references. Sure. So she is in the accident, and then she gets out, exchanges insurance information with the driver. Everybody goes along their way. But then when the driver gets back to the shop, whose truck has been hit by the woman in the Mini Cooper, they say, hey, we've got cameras all over. Let's go check out and see what happened. And it was revealed that the reason the woman lurched forward is that she had a dildo out, and she was masturbating in traffic and lost control of herself and her automobile. And you could clearly see her on the video doing that and then zipping up her pants and everything and getting out to do the whole insurance information. The driver gets called into the office by the boss after he sees the video, and the driver's convinced he's going to get fired because it was his first day on the job. Oh, he had been looking for work for a long time. It's his first day driving this truck, and now he gets in an accident. He's thinking, oh, man, come on. It's not my fault. I was just sitting there at a light, and the boss brings him in and says, hey, have you seen this footage? And apparently they all had a good laugh about it. They will only reveal that the woman was fit. But listen to this. Are not releasing the video or any information about the woman.
What?
Well, yes.
Are we owed that?
I would think so, too, yes. So that was what caused the accident, is she was being inattentive as a result of using a rampant rabbit-style vibrator. That's as much as we know about what happened. And again, she ran into a seafood truck. So that's a thing that happened in England, so please enjoy.
Okay. I believe maybe we should talk to some of our listeners who have been similarly distracted.
I have no doubt there are plenty of them.
And have gotten into accidents because of that. All right, let's talk about today's Kevin and Bean Show, shall we?
I feel like I was just assaulted with a barrage of no talent.
We have screening passes for you to see Pixel.
Yeah.
So that's coming up this morning. We also have ride sharing. If you drive Uber, our friend Beer Mug just started driving Uber and or Lyft or some of the other ones. Beer Mug had a pretty bad weekend last weekend that involved a lot of vomit. So we're going to talk about that coming up as well as your experiences.
That is just, that's a hazard of the job if you're picking, especially if you're driving an Uber and you're picking up people at night who are taking an Uber because they're drunk. I guess eventually something like that is going to happen to you. It just happened pretty early in his Uber career.
The one question we haven't asked is who threw up, because it may have been Beer Mug.
That's a good point, Kevin.
We don't know for sure. Adam Carolla will be on the program today.
Yeah.
A brand new edition of Would You Like to Take That Back? We have Disneyland Resort Deluxe Annual Passes. And I'm not kidding you about this next part. Gwyneth Paltrow teaches you how to yawn.
Oh, finally. I feel like I've been doing it wrong my whole life.
Because you apparently aren't doing it right. So that's coming up this morning as well. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the Showbiz Beat next. 6.7 K-Rock is KROQ. It's Kevin and Bean Show at 5:54.
That song is not by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Why are we playing that? That was really entertaining, that little Jet song, right?
Yes, it was, Bean.
Daddy likey. All right. Ralph Garman is here. Time for our first look at the Showbiz Beat for a Wednesday morning. Hi, Ralph.
Looks like it was a good idea for Donald Trump to change his network for the Miss USA pageant. Of course, it's supposed to be on NBC and Univision.
Right.
But then, of course, he did call Mexican immigrants, rapists, and drug dealers and criminals. Not everybody was happy with that.
They weren't?
No.
Huh.
In fact, just the KKK, I think, were the only people really happy with it. So he had to find a new network, and he found Reels, the Reels channel.
Okay.
What do they primarily play over there? Is that a movie channel?
Primarily movies, yes.
Okay.
And they do some live original programming, but it's primarily films. Well, last year it had an audience of 5.6 million viewers on NBC. Surprisingly.
Okay.
I think I was high. I didn't know that many people watched
I didn't
beauty
either.
pageants, but apparently that's a pretty good number. Sunday night, it had 925,000 viewers.
Today, I'm very proud of myself.
So, you should be proud, Donald. That was quite the astute move on your part.
I'm not good with numbers. Those are the same, roughly? Or
No, one is a little bit less than the other one.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I also feel, by the way, Reels channel, not an easy channel for, it's not on everybody's favorites.
It's hard to find, and it's hard to spell, by the way, because they spell with a Z. So
exactly. I also feel like America has lost its appetite for beauty pageants. I just think it's just not a thing that people are interested in anymore.
Last year, they had 5.6 million viewers.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of viewers.
In the 1980s, they had 40 million, though. I'm just saying, I feel like as a nation, we've got a lot more options now, and nobody knows who Miss USA is, nobody knows who Miss America is. We just don't care anymore, I think, as a nation. Am I wrong?
Well, I mean, if you're going to compare it to the 80s when there were 3 channels.
Of course. But I'm saying it dropped off from last year. We're talking about last year's viewing.
Oh, yeah.
5.6 million people watched. That's a lot of people watching something.
Absolutely. This is dismal. Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a lot of things working against this pageant. That's all I'm saying.
Speaking of Donald, I want to give a shout-out to Mexican artist Fernando Sosa. He has... I guess he must be a fan of Trump's because he has fabricated a tribute to him. He has sculpted, in the likeness of Donald Trump, a butt plug.
Today, I'm very proud of myself.
You should be, Donald. Fernando, apparently, it's his medium. It's his form of expression is he likes to sculpt butt plugs.
Okay.
Here's his statement. I usually make butt plugs to insult dictators, homophobes, and politicians. However, when I heard his remarks about Mexicans and Latinos from South America, I was extremely angry. You see, I was born and raised in Mexico and moved to the United States when I was 11 years old. When Trump decided to announce he's running for president, I decided to use Latinos as a scapegoat and blame us for everything that is ailing America. I sculpted this in his honor, and the butt plug is very, very reminiscent of Mr. Trump.
You don't know, man.
It's quite the honor. Hey, Whoopi Goldberg's changed her mind about Bill Cosby, apparently.
What?
Yes.
Man.
After telling us all to get off her back and shut up and innocent and proven guilty and he was never arrested and he's not in jail. Someone must have tapped her on the shoulder and said, statute of limitations really precludes Bill from going to jail on this. So yesterday on The View, she had a legal expert out to talk about whether Cosby's victims had any further recourse in the court of laws, and when the guy pointed out that they didn't, she said, well, if the court of public appeal is their only option, then all the evidence does seem to point to guilt. To which we said, duh!
Yeah, it sounds like she had a serious smackdown because they removed everyone and it was just her and the legal expert on the stage. So it was like, hey, we're going to have a little chat with you, Whoopi.
We're going to show you Whoopi's
in
not
front of
crazy.
America.
Yeah. And so...
Do what you can to not screw this up.
Yeah. So looks like she's come around.
Oh.
God bless her.
Okay.
Today's celebrity birthdays. Jesse the Body Ventura. Sure, he was a wrestler, but more importantly, he was a governor of the state of Minnesota. Anybody can win.
Yeah.
He's much crazier than Arnold, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just
way
nuts.
crazy. Yeah.
64 years old today.
Super fun when we've had him on the show in the past, though, hasn't he?
Because he's crazy.
He is crazy,
exactly.
yeah.
Terry O'Quinn from Lost is 63.
Oh, I love him so much.
All
You
right.
know, he's one of my all-time favorites.
All right.
Okay.
He's great in everything.
We'll make a note.
Everything.
Chip, write that down. What do you about
He's just
Terry
one of those
O'Quinn
guys
and
like
Pete?
Clark Gregg who just makes every project just so much
Who
better.
makes
just for being
notes?
in
Do
it.
we have a note maker
Yeah,
on the show?
Chip
Is it
takes
Chip?
notes for
Okay,
me.
make a note.
Forrest Whitaker's 54. Adam Savage of TV's Mythbusters is 48 years old. Comedian Eddie Griffin is 47. Scott Foley, actor, 43. Brian Austin Green, 42. John Dolmayan from System of a Down celebrates his 42nd birthday. Gabriel Iglesias is 39. And actress Diane Kruger also celebrates her 39th birthday. I'm Ralph Garman. I walk the Showbiz beat.
See you, Molly.
Hi, Molly.
Bye.
We're just girls over here. Hey, that was fun, and the book is available, and you should buy it. All right, speaking of fun things, how about this? How about a pair of passes to the K-Rock screening of the new film called Pixels, coming out from Sony Studios? You get to see it on the lot July 22nd. It's in theaters everywhere on July 24th. Kevin, I know this. Ralph described this movie to us this week. This is about aliens in space who misinterpret video games coming from Earth as an attack on them, right?
Yes.
So what are we looking for the callers who may want to win these tickets?
They're going to have to identify older video games. I think most of these are like Pac-Man and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to play some sound effects from those games. You just have to be able to identify those games.
All right, so if you're a classic video game enthusiast, this is the game for you. Call us right now, 1-800-520-1067. You get a chance to play for Pixels tickets right after Walk the Moon on K-Rock. All right, here are your tickets for Pixels, featuring Adam Sandler, Kevin James, Michelle Monaghan, and so much more, in theaters everywhere on July 24th. You get to see it on the Sony Studios lot on the 22nd with a game that we're calling Name of the Game.
That's the name of the game. Yo, in Pixels video games, try to kick our asses. Yeah. That's the name of the game. So name that video game and you will win movie passes. Yeah. That's the name of the game.
I love it when Omar raps.
This game seems like it's going to be, I mean, I guess it all depends on what kind of person we get on the phone, but for many of our listeners, this would be pretty easy, right? Like you will never forget the sounds these classic video games make.
Yeah, I'm one of those people, though, that I would hear it and I would go, I totally know that. And then you would go, what's the name? And you go, I can't remember. Name of that is.
All right, let's give it a try. If you identify the classic video game sound, you win tickets to see Pixels. Who's up first?
Ian in Monterey Park. Hi there.
Hey, good morning.
All right, you understand the game? We're going to play you the sound. You got to tell us what video game it is.
All right, sounds good.
Here you go.
Pac-Man.
Sure.
Nicely done. You win the tickets.
Sweet.
All right. The clips are a little long. Johnny in Woodland Hills. Hi.
Good morning, Kevin the Beef.
You ready to play?
I'm ready.
Here you go.
It's a beautiful sound.
Easily the worst. Oh.
Dude.
That's the worst video game ever.
It's the best.
Which is Frogger. So sorry.
Oh, my God.
Stupid little frog jumps.
Allie, why did you love Frogger so much?
Yeah,
you mentioned on the air that was your favorite. Why?
I just loved it. I thought it was so cute, and he'd just jump, and then he'd be squashed by a car, and ooh, lily pad. I mean, that's fun. It's fun.
Okay.
All right, let's go to Mondo in Santa Clarita. Hi there.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Tell us the name of this game.
Galaga.
Galaga's correct. Nicely
job.
done. You win. We have 5 pair. That's 2 winners. Let's go to Robert in Riverside. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Thank you. Tell us the name of this game.
Alien Invasion?
I'm sorry. That's Asteroids.
Ah, dang.
Yeah.
They don't make them like that anymore.
No, they don't. Mike in Inglewood.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good. Thank you. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Tell us the name of this game.
Is it Donkey Kong?
Yeah,
It is Donkey Kong.
Thank you for the call, sir. You're going to see Pixels. You know what I love is that even though we live in a high-tech video game world now where, it's Call of Duty and stuff like that, there's still a huge audience for these kinds of games. People are still playing these games on various platforms and online and whatnot. I mean, people still enjoy them so much, even though they're so low-tech.
Yeah, I was going to say low-tech. When you hear the sound of it, it's like, we ever played games that sounded this terrible?
I know.
It's so annoying. Let's go to Dan in Newport. Hi there.
Hey, Aftab, how you doing?
We are good, thank you. What's the name of this game?
Is it Centipede?
It is Centipede.
Centipede, wow. All right, that is what, 4?
Gorgeous way to wake up in the morning. That's 4, yeah.
All right.
I want someone's alarm to have gone off during Centipede.
Paul in Hacienda Heights, hi.
Hello.
All right, you ready for the name of the game?
I'm ready to give it a try, yep.
Here you go. Unusually short compared to the other ones?
Yeah. Classic video game. What is it?
Oh, man, no clue. Spy Hunter.
No, I'm sorry.
I know it.
No, Street Fighter. Thank you. All right, let's go to Bill in Anaheim. Hi, Bill.
Hey, what's going on?
You ready?
Yeah.
What's the name of this game?
Wow.
I love that. That's got to be in the movie just based on the name of it, right? What is that, Bill?
That's Space Invaders?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And you win tickets for Pixels, and thanks for playing the game.
Let me tell you a little something about that band right there, Imagine Dragons. First of all, they're awesome. Second of all, they're going to be here at K-Rock in the building next Thursday live in the Red Bull Sound Space, and you can be there too. All next week on the Kevin and Bean Show leading up to that day, we're going to give away tickets right here on the program for you to join Imagine Dragons in the Red Bull Sound Space. If you're not able to be there in person, of course, you can watch it at krock.com next Thursday, July 23rd.
There are a lot of bands that can't quite they don't quite sound like their CD does. They're not even that good, and that is Imagine Dragons. They are so much better.
They're tremendous musicians. Yep, they really are great. All right, Ralph told us about this story yesterday, and we need to investigate it further because it is it's amazing the things that people complain about. And look, I get it. If you're a parent, you are sensitive to what your kids are exposed to. I totally get that. I think this guy is trying to come from the right place, but he's so clueless that he doesn't understand that the thing that he is complaining about is a thing that passed into popular culture and is acceptable for all ages and has been for 35 years. Listen to this story out of a television station in Philadelphia.
It's pretty inappropriate.
The single dad was shocked to see this on the toy aisle shelf. A Hasbro-made Star Wars Black Series action figure of Princess Leia, wearing what the box described as a slave outfit.
I got 2 daughters. I don't need seeing that crap.
The toy features a scantily clad version of Princess Leia, complete with a chain around her neck. The toy that even has Dad blushing.
And they're like, Dad, why does this doll have a chain around her neck? I don't have any answers. You know what I mean? I'm just like blown away looking at it.
Oh my God.
What?
I didn't see Return of the Jedi. I don't know. Oh, God.
Why is this nice lady chained up? What's going on? So, Allie, you're the furthest thing from a mother, but how would you explain to your
wrong with you?
How would you explain to your little daughters why Princess Leia has a chain around her neck?
I wouldn't have to, because my kids would be raised right, because they would have seen Return of the Jedi.
Hundreds of times.
They'd be like, oh, look at this. Let's get this one, Mom. And I'd be like, you have that one. And then we'd get ice cream.
And by the way, it's fiction, and she was a slave.
Yeah.
So
when Jabba the Hutt captures you, he's going to put you in what he wants you in, and that is
correct.
A bikini.
All right, exactly. So we wanted to get to the bottom of this story. So we asked Dave, is there any chance we could talk to Mr. Fred Hill? He's the man who was shopping at the Target store with his daughters and was just outraged by the Princess Leia doll. And Mr. Hill joins us on K-Rock right now. Hi, Fred. Thanks for the time, sir.
How you guys doing?
We're good.
Well, we're doing fine. Is it still a big story out there, or have things calmed down a little bit now that you've been on TV?
Well, you know, we talked to Toys R Us, and they're not going to take the toy off the shelves, so there's not much we can do, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And you were offended for your daughters. Why? Why did you think the little girls shouldn't have seen this toy?
Well, this girl in the doll is a girl, and she's got some kind of bikini on. She's got a chain around her neck. You know, my daughter's like, why does this girl have a chain around her neck? I don't have any answers for that.
Well, have you not seen any of the Star Wars movies, specifically the one that this is from Return of the Jedi?
No, look, I'm sorry, I haven't seen every movie ever made, okay? So I don't know this character, okay?
Pretty big movie.
Yeah, but, I don't go to theaters a lot, so was it now? Do I go see it now?
I think 32 years ago.
Well, sorry, Jules Verne, I don't have a time machine,
That's a good reference.
I can't just go anywhere I want to go, I don't know. I don't have any answers for that.
Okay. I don't mean to be insensitive, but I notice that you are a single dad. Is this why your wife left you?
Look, I don't know why she left me. I don't have any answers for that. I don't know.
You don't have any answers for that either.
Came on one day, she was gone. I don't know where she is. I don't have any answers for that. I got 2 daughters. I don't need her seeing that crap, you know?
Okay, it's got to be pretty tough. It's a full-time job raising those little girls, right?
It is. The toy store is a nightmare. You go in there, you see all these kinds of things, and the girls are asking me, like there's a spring, right? And you got a spring, and you take it out of a box, and it walks downstairs alone or in pairs.
Yeah, it's a slinky.
Yeah,
it's a slinky toy.
Sorry, future man, I don't know what that thing is. And girls like, why does the spring go down the stairs? I'm like, I don't have any answers for that. I don't know.
I think the slinky's been around for like 50 years, Fred.
There's like a circle you put around your waist, and you like move your hips, and it goes around in a circle.
That's a hula
hoop. Girls like, why do you put that on your hips, Dad? I was like, I don't know. I have any answers for that. I don't know what that is.
It's just a hula hoop. It's not going to hurt anybody. They just let the kids play with it. They would enjoy it.
There's a guy in another aisle. There's a guy who's, I don't know, he's supposed to be fighting crime or something. He's dressed up like a giant bat. Like, why is he dressing like a bat? I'm like, I don't know. I don't have any answers for that.
You've heard of Batman, Fred. Everybody's heard of Batman.
Oh, I'm sorry, Albert Einstein. I don't know everybody who ever lived, okay? I don't have any answers for that.
Do you have access to an internet of any kind at your house?
Sorry, George Jetson. No, I don't have magical computers in my house. I don't know. And they got these horses, little horses. They're all different colors. Like, Daddy, why is that horse pink? Horses are brown. I was like, I don't know. I have any answers for that.
That's My Pretty Pony.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm not an equestrian.
Right, you don't have to ride horses to identify something that's been a childhood toy for decades. So, look, you have a television set, right? You must see some things.
Then we're at a supermarket. The girl's like, Daddy, milk comes from cows. Why is that milk in a cardboard box? I'm like, I don't know. I don't have any answers for that.
How do you not have any answers for anything?
I thought eggs come from chickens. Why are they in that cardboard box with the holes in it? It's like, I don't know. I don't have any answers for that.
Because that's how they transport them to the market so that you can buy them.
But it's supposed to be from chickens, I got 2 daughters. I don't even see in that crap. I need to see where chickens lay eggs,
It's just an egg container. That's all it is.
And they point in the sky and say, what's that metal tube with wings on it carrying people?
It's just an airplane.
Like, I don't know. I have any answers for that. People aren't supposed to fly. They're supposed to walk.
Right.
And they go to their friend's house, and instead of candles, they got these little glass balls with like flame inside of them. You throw a switch on, and light comes out of them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need my 2 daughters seeing that kind of crap. I don't need answers for that. I don't know how the magic light comes out of the glass ball. I don't know how that works.
Why would you not want your daughters to have a light bulb?
Then they use their friends, they go to the bathroom with their friends, and they say, Daddy, you got a thing that you poop in a thing, and you hit up a handle, and the water takes the poop away. Where's it go? I'm like, I don't know. I don't have any answers for that.
What?
I got 2 daughters. I don't even see in that crap.
Right. Literally?
Whatever happened to taking your feces and making, statues of the U.S. presidents out of it?
What? That's not a thing.
We do at our house.
What?
We take our poop, and we make statues out of it.
Okay, this just got weird.
The old-fashioned way, I got 2 daughters. I don't even see in that crap. I just finished Millard Fillmore. It looks great.
Good talking to you. One time Bean said that was 21 Palms. What an idiot, right?
I think it was, I believe you.
What an idiot.
You.
It's the Kevin and Bean Show on K-Rock.
You.
654.
It's one of my favorite taunts in all of sports. Somebody does something boneheaded. They go, you. And the guy knows it's him.
Hey, K-Rock Road Trip USA 2015 is happening, you guys. Stop number 2 is the Life is Beautiful Festival in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're talking about Imagine Dragons, Kendrick Lamar, and Snoop Dogg, Weezer, Death Cab, Major Lazer, so much more. We want you to qualify for that at 9 o'clock this morning, every day this week on the Kevin and Bean Show, and then throughout the day at noon, 3, 6, and 9. We're talking about 3-day passes and airfare and hotel, the whole deal if you win the grand prize, which we'll do the drawing for Monday morning. Get all the details at krock.com. Ralph is here. Time for the Showbiz Beat on Wednesday.
Don't forget, Kevin Smith and I are bringing Hollywood Babylon back to Los Angeles this weekend, Friday night, 10 p.m. Smith and I will be giving you our take on all things Hollywood as he gets irreparably stoned and I get deeply, deeply drunk. We have a good time. Come out to the Improv on Melrose, Friday night, 10 p.m. You can go to improv.com for more details and to get your tickets. We'd love to see you come out. And if you're a Kevin Smith fan, I think I've convinced him to show the trailer for his new film Yoga Hosers Friday night. So
all right.
It's only been seen in Hall H at Comic-Con so far. So if you want an early sneak peek of that, come out and see us on Friday night.
I hope he gets cancer.
Wow. That's wildly inappropriate. And I will not stand for it. Who is less happy about Kim Kardashian being on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine than Sinead O'Connor? I don't think anyone. I think she's the most unhappy about it. I'm not pleased, but she takes it to Garmin-type levels of frustration and anger. Yes.
Oh, dear.
Sinead O'Connor not happy at all with the cover of Rolling Stone. On her latest Facebook post, she writes, and I quote, "What is this C word, in parentheses, I don't smile much because it causes wrinkles, doing on the cover of Rolling Stone? Music has officially died. Who knew it would be Rolling Stone that murdered it? Simon Cowell and Lewis Walsh can no longer be expected to take all the blame. Bob Dylan must be effing horrified. Hashtag boycott Rolling Stone. Hashtag a generation is being groomed and silenced."
Wow. Was she the last person to get the memo that Rolling Stone has not been about rock and roll for about 25 years?
I think she was, yeah. I think she still thinks Rolling Stone is a music magazine, and it hasn't really been that for a while. It hasn't really been relevant for a while. It's kind of People magazine-esque these days. Hey, look, at least it's not the guy who did the Boston bombings. That was a worse cover than this one.
Yeah.
All right.
So they've done worse work.
They have done worse.
Not much,
That's
but
a good
there was
argument.
that one.
Sure, yeah.
That one guy was worse than this cover. Look, I understand her frustration. I think the Kardashianization of America is a national nightmare.
Having said that, if you were running Rolling Stone magazine and your job was to sell magazines or get people to go to your website, wouldn't you be tempted to put Kim Kardashian on the cover?
Having said that, if I was the publisher of Rolling Stone magazine, I would absolutely put Kim Kardashian on my cover.
Having said that, I would as well.
Yeah. Margot Robbie, she's a lovely and talented actress. She, of course, was the big hit at Comic-Con when they showed the teaser trailer for the Suicide Squad movie that's coming out. She says that Jared Leto gave everyone gifts on the set. He, of course, plays the Joker in that film. And in keeping with his character, he sent gifts to all of his castmates in the character of the Joker.
Penis.
So he would give you whatever the Joker would give you. In Kevin's case, it would give him a penis. In Margot Robbie's case, he gave her a rat.
Oh.
And she
Dead or
says,
alive?
Alive. And she says she has kept the rat, and it's now her best friend and pet.
Well, that's sad.
Says she feeds it organic berries from Whole Foods.
Wait, it's her best friend?
Yeah. She loves the rat, and the rat's her pet now, and she loves the gift, and she has a pet rat now that she feeds organic berries from Whole Foods, and has named the rat. Any guesses what she's named the rat?
Jared?
Oh, that would be good. No, she's named him Rat Rat.
What?
Which is the least imaginative name I could... Well, no. I guess Rat would be the least imaginative name, but Rat Rat comes close. So Rat Rat the rat is now living happily nestled in Margot Robbie's bosom.
There should be a board that should send her back and go, come up with another one and come back to us.
We're going to take the rat away from you unless you come up with a better name.
Give us a better name and then we'll move on.
That's right. ABC Family has renewed its series Stitchers for a second season. How is there a whole network on television with television programs that I've never heard of before that just keep getting renewed?
I've seen I believe, a billboard for that show.
For Stitchers?
I believe so. Or the woman's face is sort of I think it's the woman's face is sort of being stretched. I think.
That would be Stretchers.
I don't know.
That's right. It wouldn't be Stitchers at all.
I don't know.
You're not thinking of the sneakers, are you? Those are Skechers. Those are different,
Nope, I'm not thinking of the sneakers.
You
no.
sure?
It's very possible that I'm mistaken, but if that's not correct, then I have no idea what it is.
It may be.
Well.
It's about a woman who is recruited into a secret government agency, and she is stitched into the minds of the recently dead, using their memories to investigate murders and solve mysteries.
And that's my type of show.
Show stars Emma Ishta. Come on, now you're just making things up.
Go back to the board. Go back to the board with the names.
And she's the woman who gets stitched into the minds of the recently dead.
But
she gains their memories and she fights crime.
That's iZombie.
That's iZombie.
She doesn't eat. She doesn't eat. Look, her face is coming off. Kevin's right. I thought that was an ad for cosmetics. It's like some lotion that just hydrates your skin. It would look like to me. But what do I know? It's called Stitchers, and it is being brought back for a second season.
It's been renewed. Fantastic.
Yes, because the ABC. network, and what's happening?
I wish.
Stop. Stop.
Now, the only show I know for sure on ABC Family, and I know it's very popular, is Pretty Little Liars.
Oh, right.
That's a thing, and we all acknowledge that that's a thing that we've heard of and know about. But all these other shows that you keep making up, like Baby Daddy, I don't know where you're getting those
Well,
from.
Stitchers, apparently. People are loving Stitchers.
All right.
And everyone needs to stop saying how good Elle Macpherson looks at the age of 51. This is like the thing.